My name is Jamie Fiocco, and my husband Michael and I are the owners of Flyleaf Books. As the store is closed for COVID-19, we are trying to still connect with our readers, and a big thing that's lost when the store floor is closed is discoverability. So something we always do, but we're trying to do it even more these days, is to have reading lists. And Genni, one of our booksellers, who's in school and is a very thoughtful person in general, when everything started happening with the George Floyd killing, she said, hey, I can come up with a list of books like that. Right now, I am reading Deacon King Kong by James McBride. It's fiction. It's crazy and wonderful and very thoughtful. It's set in projects of New York in the 1960s.
My name's Jennifer Eccles. At UNC, I'm an English and Women's and Gender Studies major. Elise, our book buyer, she had already asked us to start thinking about lists for our personal reading interests. And with George Floyd and Breonna Taylor's murders, obviously that was just a huge watershed moment. And already on my Twitter feed, I was getting tons of recommendations for anti-racist books and also just works of fiction by Black authors. And so when I got the message, I just immediately messaged her back saying, hey, can we come up with an anti-racist reading list? And so Elise, she did some preliminary takes, brought in How to Be an Anti-Racist by Ibram X. Kendi as one of them, White Fragility was another one. And then she asked myself and one of my other coworkers, Amanda, to look through and see if we have any more recommendations.
So literature and books in general, and nonfiction, fiction are important because people are allowed to explore the world around them, to be exposed to other trains of thought, to history, and to educate themselves and just allow them to form their own opinion. And hopefully it's an opinion that makes them more thoughtful and more knowledgeable about the world around them.
I really love Barracoon by Zora Neale Hurston. I actually read it for a class last semester, and it was a really great read about how racism and slavery is not as outdated as we think, and it still happens today, and it's just looking differently at it. Like Jamie said, I think it's a great way to educate yourself. Both fiction and nonfiction have really great avenues for you to better yourself. Obviously, we've seen a ton of education for younger readers with The Hate You Give, which then spiraled into a whole movement in YA Lit, including Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds and way more other books that just aren't coming to my mind. But it really helps educate a wide audience and starts those conversations that might be a bit hard to have one-on-one.